Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at a new Blu Ray box set that I've picked up. This is Shawscope Volume 1 Limited Edition Blu Ray set by Arrow Video. Now I picked this up because this is a nice slice of Hong Kong cinema that I grew up with and enjoyed. I am not an expert on Hong Kong cinema. I have some Hong Kong cinema movies in my Blu-ray collection, but not a lot in the sense that it would make me, like I said, a know-it-all or an expert or anything like that. There will be those of you out there who know a lot more than I do about Hong Kong cinema. So please bear with me. I do not claim to be an expert. The reason I got this is because I grew up with a lot of these movies. Soon as this title, the SB for Shaw Brothers, came up on a movie on TV, I watched these on TV. These movies came out in the early 70s, mid 70s, late 70s, at least with this set, Volume 1. And I can remember watching some of these on television as a kid, and I knew as soon as I saw that SB logo, the first title before the credits ran, that I was in for a treat, that this was going to be a fun movie. And I was always excited. My first exposure to Hong Kong cinema was probably about 8 years old, mid 1970s. A friend of mine had a poster of Bruce Lee on his wall in his room. I didn't know much about Bruce Lee at 8 years old. I just knew that he was a martial arts superstar. I knew that he was really cool, uh, and I knew that he had died fairly recently. Um, Beyond that, I didn't have any exposure to his movies until later in life. I think at that age I was young, and I my parents weren't letting me see Bruce Lee movies at that point. You got to remember there was also no home video at the time, so your exposure to movies was limited. It was whatever was on TV and whatever the studios released to theaters. So you just couldn't watch whatever you wanted whenever you wanted like you can do nowadays. There absolutely was no home video. But fast forward into my teenage years, and I did see some Bruce Lee movies, and I also saw Shaw Brothers movies. I saw Bruce Lee movies through home video, but I had seen Shaw Brothers movies on TV. Actually, a little before I saw the Bruce Lee movies. My Bruce Lee exposure was teenager, but I actually saw the Shaw Brothers movies first. It'll be the early ones that I saw. Um, I am not an expert in the Shaw Brothers. I know they're one of the Hong Kong studios. I know Hong Kong cinema has got a great history in, in cinema, in world cinema. Uh, Mostly kung fu, and they to me it was absolutely fantastic. I had never seen kung fu movies before, and when I saw them in all its glory, it's ridiculous glory of overblown sound effects when people were swinging and punching and making contact. Really bad dubbing, but well done dubbing by the English actors, but their voices were always out of sync with the actors' on-screen mouth movements, and I found it cool, hilarious, action packed. Honestly, as a kid, it had everything I could have wanted in a movie. Just a lot of fun. So I was surprised and excited when it was announced that Arrow Video was coming out with this set. I had a couple of Shaw Brothers movies on Blu Ray. They have released a few of them, and I've had some, but they've never made an attempt to do what they've done here and make it a box set and start chronologically at 1972 and go forwards with the Shaw Brothers film collection. And I imagine a lot of people may not have even seen all of these, especially if you're a new fan to Kung Fu movies. A lot of these may be new. A lot of them were to me. There's a couple that aren't, but a lot of them were. So let's take a look at the set. When you take it out of shrink wrap, this is how it comes. Comes with the title on the front. It's kind of like a rectangular book, is what it is. Here's the spine. Whoop, it's coming out. Stuff comes out fairly easily. Here's all the details on the back. It's in mono. It's got the proper aspect ratio of 2:35 to 1. Subtitles are available in English. You can listen in Mandarin, Cantonese, or in the original English dubs. It is Region A. So if you do not have a Region A player or a player capable of playing multi-regions, you're not going to be able to play this. The cardboard comes off. It is not attached in any way. As you can see, it's not glued or anything. Here's the other side of the spine. It's not the spine, but the front. And then here's the back without the cardboard paper slipcover. Contents come out like this. And what we have first is a book, and then the book that holds the Blu-rays in. It's a really nice book that they've come up with here, full of pictures and content. They've got an explanation of notes and languages used in the movies. They've got a brief history of the Shaw Brothers studio. So there's a lot of reading here. They've got a lot of information, as you can see. Some great photographs, classic moments from Shaw Brothers movies. The paper is nice, good quality paper, glossy. Then they go into each movie. They start off with King Boxer, released in 1972. And each movie, they give you the cast, the crew, a spoiler synopsis, film notes, trivia, and a little bit of information on the music. And they do that with every one of them. So you got King Boxer in the set. You got the Boxer from Shang Tung, also in 1972. You've got Five Shaolin Masters from 1974. Shaolin Temple from 1976. Mighty Peking Man from 1977. Challenge of the Masters. That was in 1976. And then we also have one from 1977, Executioners from Shaolin. Chinatown Kid from 1977. The Five Venoms from 1978. I believe I have that one on a separate Blu Ray, if I remember. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I think that is one of the ones that I have. It's got Crippled Avengers from 1978. Heroes of the East, also from 78. Dirty Ho from 1979. And then it's got more pictures. It's got article about the stars of Shawscope from the Volume 1 collection. Yeah, and a lot of good pictures. Then it's got an article about the availability of these movies throughout the years, and also on the lip syncing issue. It is done on purpose. It says here that they didn't use sync sound because they could shoot the film faster. They could do one picture in 3 months, but if they use sync, it would add another 2 or 3 weeks to the schedule. So they shot the film silently and then dubbed the sound after shooting. We did this for every film, they said. So it was intentional. It really wasn't bad dubbing. That's just how they did it. And then it's got some notes about the restoration. There are 12 films, in this box set. They're in their original aspect ratio, and they've presented these films in their original complete versions using the best materials available. I won't... Well, let's see. Yeah, I will. 5 Shaolin Masters, Shaolin Temple, Mighty Peking Man, Executioners from Shaolin, Heroes of the East, and the shorter alternate version of Chinatown Kid have been remastered from in 2003 to 2007. These are high-definition restorations. The King Boxer, the Boxer from Shangtung, Challenge of the Masters, the Five Venoms, Crippled Avengers, Dirty Ho, and the longer international cut of Chinatown Kid have all been newly restored by Arrow Films in 2021. They had the original 35 millimeter negatives for many of these. The mono mixes have been remastered from the original sound negatives. Let's see. A lot of these have been done in 2K restorations. There's that. So I just got done watching King Boxer, and it was great, and the picture quality was outstanding. So I'm really happy with the restoration work that they've done. I look forward to watching the rest of the films. Now, I really like the book that it came in, and I do mean a book. It's if you own the 50-year box set of Bond, the James Bond series that was released several years ago, it's basically the same type of format. It's in book form. So it starts off with King Boxer, and all the discs, all the Blu Ray discs are in these sleeves. I know some people don't like that, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I found it was fairly easy to get them out of their sleeves. Here we have the Boxer from Shangtung, and each of them on here will tell you, like for instance, this is a brand new 2K restorations from a 4K scan of the original negatives, high definition, um, newly restored and uncompressed Mandarin and English original mono audio, newly translated English subtitles for the Mandarin audio. They also have English hard of hearing subtitles for the English dub. Interviews. They've all got special features on each of these discs. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to really show this because the the book is just like I said. It's a rectangular shape. Here's Five Shaolin Masters, Shaolin Temple, Mighty Peking Man, Challenge of the Masters, Executioners from Shaolin, The Five Venoms, Crippled Avengers, Heroes of the East, Dirty Ho. And then we have this. We've got 2 CDs of music. These are production music that was from Shaolin Temple, Mighty Peking Man, Chinatown Kid, The Five Venoms, Crippled Avengers, and Dirty Ho. I'll be honest, I don't really care about the CDs. I don't collect CDs. I used to when I was younger, but it's not something that I'm into anymore. But if you have a CD player, you've got ways of playing CDs, and you like the music from these movies, you have the opportunity to listen to them. So they have provided with you that. Now, will they come out with a volume 2? Good question. I suppose it depends on how well that this volume sells. I'm hoping it sells well. If it does, I'm sure we'll see. This is hard to get back into as well. I'm sure we'll see a second volume. It would be nice because then they could continue on into the 80s. There we go. Got it back in there. Once you get it back in there, it's pretty easy. It just slides out. So I found that it seems to be pretty much price fixed everywhere I looked. It'll be about $130 wherever you find it. I found one a little cheaper on eBay from a new sealed one from an eBay seller, but it's still going to be about $130. There isn't much of a discount on these, at least not yet. Maybe later, once it's been out a while, it might drop. But for me, I wanted to get a copy of it. I think it's worth it. If you're a Kung Fu movie fan, you'll definitely enjoy it. I highly recommend it. If you're a Shaw Brothers fan, absolutely, you've got to get it. And it's well worth it. Well worth it. Thank you for watching with me here. I appreciate you letting me have the time to go over this volume with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.